I'm very pleased to recall the visit of Sir Roger Penrose to Science City, Kolkata, almost 10 years ago. But that visit now finds new relevance and importance in the light of this year's Nobel Prize, half of which has been awarded to Professor Sir Roger Penrose for his profound work on relativity and the singularity theorems. Professor Sir Roger Penrose has visited Kolkata on many occasions, and he has given memorial lectures named after almost every stalwart of Calcutta, like the J.C. Bose Triennial Gold Medal Lecture, the S.N. Bose Memorial Lecture, the Meghnad Saha Memorial Lecture, and he has always been an extremely popular, sought-after speaker. His depth of work in the area of relativity does not need any elaboration. It has been assessed that Sir Roger's work has had the most profound impact in the research of relativity over the last several decades. During his trip to Science City in 2011 to deliver the S.N. Bose Memorial Lecture organized by the S.N. Bose National Center for Basic Sciences in Kolkata, Sir Roger also inaugurated an exhibition after Subramaniam Chandrasekhar, who, like Sir Roger, 27 years ago, also won half the share of the Nobel Prize for his fundamental work on relativity and its impact on various aspects of stellar structure. Both Sir Roger and Subramaniam Chandrasekhar have distinguished themselves by not only the beauty and depth of their work, profoundness of the work, but also by their search for perspective, a proper perspective in the field of technical progress. Sir Roger has recently been writing very profound books on various aspects which require very deep erudition. But what is interesting is that both Subramaniam Chandrasekhar and Sir Roger believe in the philosophy propounded by Einstein many years ago, and that philosophy is that physics should be made as simple as possible, but not any simpler. So this should actually be the motto of all who propose to popularize science. Science should be popularized, but not at the expense of beauty and rigor and conceptual clarity. Sir Roger's best-selling books do not claim to be devoid of equations. After all, it is thought that equations scare away readers. The fallacy of that statement is proved by Sir Roger. His books have equations, but those equations are made lucid in the context, in the proper context and the proper perspective. And that is the hallmark of a great thinker, of a great teacher. Sir Roger wears his elegance and his eminence, his great eminence, very lightly. He does not have any airs of aloofness. He is a delightful person, a conversationalist, either in small circles or among a throng of eager students. His very British and delectable sense of British humor is really delightful. He has been coming to Kolkata, as I mentioned, very, very regularly. And in fact, he was expected to be here at an event last June, which we were organizing, and it had to be postponed because of the global pandemic. It was rescheduled 2 or 3 times, and every time Sir Roger was quite agreeable to the new dates. Currently, we are thinking of organizing it in March next year, and Sir Roger has graciously agreed to to come to Kolkata on the new date yet. His popularity as a speaker is beyond description, and one of the pictures of this exposition shows the long queue of people waiting to get into the lecture by Sir Roger, and that is a usual picture that happens every time he gives a lecture, and which is announced. There is always standing room only. But as I mentioned, Sir Roger is always approachable, and he is eager to share his thoughts all across. In this context, I would also congratulate Science City that not only to recall this very pleasant memory of Sir Roger's visit and bask in the glory of his newfound glory, but at the same time, the very responsible and important task that the Science City has been carrying out in popularizing science, in disseminating current science, and helping in building scientific temper among the general populace is something which is really laudable, praiseworthy, and we hope that Science City will continue to host such eminent proponents and disseminators of science in the near future, and hopefully some of the present younger speakers that Science City will invite will earn Nobel Prizes or such distinction in the future. Science City can also take pride in having hosted eminent people who are still waiting to get their Nobel Prize.
you.